Okay. We are live.
All right, we're
Doing it
live.
live.
Oh my god, I hate my keyboard. I need a new one. It loves to double hit keys.
Weird.
Yeah, it's very weird. So I say
Thank you
like
for
why, but it'll
bad
be like
keyboard.
why?
Oh, yeah.
That's because your keys are sticky.
Oh. Yo, take your
All right.
keyboard out to dinner first, boy.
Is everyone ready
Oh, yep. Just plug in
for
camera.
the Lost Mines of Phalendar?
I need a new camera. Mine broke.
Man, that's right, cameras. Wow, it's been so
Okay.
long since we've done this.
Oh,
I don't even remember how to do it.
oh. I can do it on my phone. I would do that, but it's gonna kick me out of Discord.
I'm like on Roll20 in Discord. I think. So I clicked on the link. So
I see you in roll 20. Does everyone see the map pretty much? That's gonna just
I
be
see
like
Neverwinter. I see Thunder Tree.
Okay.
Yeah, it's got all this nice stuff.
Yes. All right, everyone good? Let me know when I'm
Mhm.
ready. Kate, are you still good or are you still?
yeah, no, I'm good.
Okay, cool. Well, everyone, thank you for tuning in for the first session of the Mines of Phalendar. So you've all been pretty much in Neverwinter for various purposes. Whatever your background or whatever reason brought you there. And there you learned some information, or you were asked to join this escort mission for this wagon that is going to Faladin. And you were requested either specifically or by a wanted poster or for whatever reason by Gundred Rockseeker. He's informed you that you are escorting and guarding a wagon filled with mining provisions. And you guys are on the road down from Neverwinter after a few days, and you have just turned on to the Tribor Trail, which is
A lot. Hold on.
right
yeah,
here on
I'm
your
writing
map.
some of this down. 1 second.
Okay.
The Tribor Trail?
Tribor, Triboar Trail. So you've just got off of the high road and you've turned onto that.
And we're going, I'm assuming, east.
You are going east, yes. You also know that in that note or letter that you received from Gundren that he has gone off a few days earlier. He had a few things that he had to finish to take care of business, and he said he would meet you at Falandin, and you are to bring the wagon to Barthen's Provisions in Phandelver, and there you will be paid your 10 gold.
That's all we have to
So-
do.
That's all you've got to do. That's the whole campaign. So you spent the last few days following the high road south from Neverwinter. You just recently turned onto Tribor Trail. You've encountered no trouble so far. It's been easy work. But you know that this territory can be dangerous, whether it's wildlife or the occasional vagrant. The year is 1491.
It's a good year.
It's the 26th of Elliot. So that's like equivalent to September, late September. So it's getting a little chilly. You guys have some winterish gear if you want it. You are equipped for the elements.
Yeah.
The scene right now is it's a wooded trail. There's some wagon marks back and forth on this trail. Paladin is, has started to become more provisions in a trading post. So you've encountered no trouble so far. You're on the trail. You've got woods on both sides of you. And you've got 2 oxen carrying your wagon around. So I will leave it open for who wants to introduce their first character. You've all been on the road for a few days, so feel free to describe who you are, what you look like, and if there's anything you might have said along the road so far.
Real quick, how many wagons are we in?
There is
separate?
1 wagon.
One
You guys
wagon.
are 1 wagon.
And who's
2
driving?
people can be sitting on top, and everyone else can either be sitting in back or walking alongside. So if you want to tell me now who's driving, you can tell me now.
I'll be driving. I think I have proficiency in land vehicles anyways, so...
Hey, he's been drinking. I don't know who that guy is.
Wait, vehicles? Water. Never mind.
Yeah, he's been drinking all right.
Yeah.
Wait, this isn't a boat?
Right? So, if we want to, we can do marching order first then, I guess. So Sunny is driving, Tora is driving.
Mm-hmm.
Who else? Sil, where you at?
Sil's gonna be in the way back.
Walking or just sitting?
No,
in
he'll
the back?
definitely be inside in the back for sure.
Inside wagon. Okay. There might be a little bit of room for you. Garden?
I'll be inside the wagon as well.
Okay.
I'll be scrunched up into like a corner, kind of napping.
Desmond?
Desmond will be towards the back, not the last one, but sitting on top of one of the wagons, kind of just looking out in the rear,
Only one
just
wagon?
watching the
Okay.
rear.
Yeah, there's only 1 wagon, so
Oh, sorry. Okay, so
I'm
So
guessing
let's-
it's moving pretty slowly, right?
sit on the back. Yeah, it's 2 oxen. It's traveling at
And it's just
very slow.
it's just us. There's no other.
Just you 5. You have all been hired here or brought here for some reason.
oh,
We
there's
just
nobody
decided-
else.
There's no one else.
Okay,
What type
so
of
there's
oxen are they? Are they male, female? Where do they come from?
The what? The
I'm
oxen?
just kidding. I'm just kidding.
The oxen
What-
you were given, the wagon you were given, that's all part of the delivery.
So sorry,
we-
so it's one wagon up front with the yeehaw guy doing this, and then there's
That's-
like one trailer essentially, right? That we're hauling.
Yes, 1 cart.
One cart.
Yes, a cart being pulled by with old Wild West style.
Is there
Go
anything
west.
in?
Okay, so
what-
he would
What are
be-
we delivering?
Why don't you make a perception check just for the
Oh,
hell of
We
it?
do
Get us
introduction.
going.
We do
Alright,
introduction.
First roll.
Wait, this is the first roll of kit.
Yeah.
Oh,
It is
Jesus.
a 8.
An 8. All right. Well, you're inside a wagon covered around it, so it's pretty easy to see.
Yeah, I'm pretty
Um,
distracted, so I'm like working
You
on
are-
something.
A little jittery, but you see pretty much it's just mining provisions. So it's, you've got pickaxes, you've got rations as well, flour, barrels filled with just mostly some empty barrels, mining equipment, shovels, ropes, pretty much the basic stuff to get a mine going. Hard hats, some empty lanterns. There's no oil in here or anything like that, but just like the basic items for it.
Sorry, so just to finish that, so I would be kind of sitting on like the rear bumper, I guess, kind of just like on the tail, just kind of with like one leg hanging off, one knee kind of like rested up on it, kind of sitting sideways draped off the back of it.
Okay. And then Kikrano, where are you?
I'll be walking beside the wagon.
Left or right? Walking on side. Okay. All right.
Yeah, I'll say.
All right. Well, Kate, why don't you describe your character first then?
Okay. I am a female furbolg, so I am
Oh.
10 feet tall. I have blonde hair, and I look kind of like vaguely misshapen. Like I'm not attractive in like any sort of traditional sense. So I'm gonna have like exaggerated ears. My face is not symmetrical. Like one eye is kind of bigger than the other. And my clothing is just like common. I mean, it doesn't look particularly expensive, but it doesn't look particularly poor either. It's just practical, I would say. And I'm just kind of I'm always like kind of spaced out, like I'm off in my own world. So like think like Luna Lovegood from Harry Potter. Kind of
Wait,
my
what is a furbolg?
it's a giant so a furbolg is a particular race of people that are
People?
in tune with nature. And we're giant, so we're about 10 feet tall, and like we're vaguely humanoid, and I have arms and legs and look like a person, but I'm just 10 foot tall, and my skin is going to be kind of like a greenish gray. My hair will be blonde, and like I said, my face isn't going to be symmetrical. Like I'm going to have like one eye that's slightly bigger than the other. My ears kind of look like vaguely cow like, so they're like much bigger than you would think. And yeah, that's pretty much it.
If you're looking up Furbolg, make sure you type in D&D. Otherwise, you're gonna get this World of Warcraft looking
Yeah.
beast thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, they kind of look like.
Yeah, I was looking at a whole
cow.
different thing. I was like, what is that?
Yeah. There's
Okay,
different renditions of
okay.
them, so.
Yeah, and they're kind of different. They can all be. They're very open to interpretation.
They're like from the
And,
forest. Is that kind of like the
some of them
background?
can be actually like decently attractive, but the Moonshay Island ones, which is where I'm from, are known to be particularly ugly. So
Wait, Moonshale Isles?
the Moonshay. So,
Oh, Shay. We went to the
Yeah.
Moonshale Isles, right?
You went to Moonshay Isles, yeah.
Moonshay.
The Moon-
Oh,
And what's her name?
Kikrana.
Ikrana.
Can you spell that?
Keykrana.
Okay.
Keykyrar. What was it?
Okay.
Key.
Keykrana. So Kikrana.
And what's her?
Krana.
What color is her skin?
Name is Night Earth.
Oh, you said it was like a gray skin, right?
Yeah, like a greenish
Grayish.
gray.
Green, gray.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Did she say anything?
What?
Nothing. I was wondering maybe she would have like a little quip. I hear her
No.
voice. Not yet.
No. Think Luna Lovegood, man. She's not going to be quippy. She's going to be spacey.
Well, I just wanted to hear her voice. I just didn't know if you were gonna like have like an emote of some kind. Like this trail is dirty.
I really like all these birds. They're so pretty out here.
There we go.
Very nice.
All right, Brian, introduce us.
All right, so on the back of the small caravan here, you see. Let me bring up my description. So, long, wispy, and winding hair, fading from jet to black to a flashing silver at its tips, flows from atop an ageless face with sharp and jagged cheeks, thin, pale lips, pointed ears that reach out far beyond his crown, and glowing amber eyes that have little to no soul behind them. They seem to dim and brighten as he fades in and out of the light. His skin looks cold to the touch, resembling a shadowy, overcast sky, revealed by his bare hands equipped with sharp black nails and ragged cloth wrapped tightly around the knuckles. Although cloaked in a dusty, dark brown shroud with what appears to be a small bloodstain on his right shoulder, the oversized hood casts darkness on the rest of his figure that appears to be somewhat slender and unassuming, yet capable. And he'll just say, you won't really hear much from him. He's kind of just in the back. And as we kind of hit a little bit of a bump, you just kind of hear him just go like, that's it.
I didn't hear anything.
Yeah.
Oh, it wasn't much other than a, that's it.
Okay, groan. Kevin,
Yeah, it's
what you
just a
got?
little groan.
AFI. All right. Kind of sitting inside. He's already kind of taken apart one of the lanterns and is like starting to like mess with it, kind of incorporate it into his own set of equipment. You see a small gnomish man. He has dark, scraggly hair that kind of is just like messed about, just like completely like not paid attention to at all. A little bit dirty on his face from like oil or grease or something like that. That just has like mark on his face. He's a little jittery, a little bit apprehensive, but constantly working on something. Constantly doing something with his hands and having little contraptions and stuff. And he has all these tools and different things kind of attached to this leather tunic that he wears on him, that he constantly is pulling at and like working on, whatever it is that he has. It could be anything from a metallic thing. He likes to work mostly with metal, but just kind of tinkering around with anything that he can find. But young face, small, kind of bluish, greenish eyes, and just kind of sitting there, working on it. And then he drops it and goes, "Oh fuck, damn it!" And you hear him pick it up and like start working on it.
What was his name?
Oh, his name is Garden.
Garden.
Yep.
Garden the Caravan.
Mm-hmm.
All
I
right,
thought
Mike,
he
since
like,
you're inside the wagon,
All right. You'll see across from Garden, actually, you'll see this really small, short, about 4 foot tall. From the surface, it looks like he's almost like wearing a casa, one of those like rice-looking hats, but upon further inspection, you see it's actually a mushroom on top of his head. And looks like a hat, but it's actually organically attached to his head. It's a blue cap with like these light blue kind of spots on top. Going down from there, you'll see his face is a gunmetal. Looks like pieces of different metals kind of combined to create his face. It's a very blank kind of looking face. Not too much expression. His eyes glow faintly green. You'll see spores throughout his body kind of just popping out of him. Looks like just fused metal with mycelia, just like mushrooms. He's got a little arcane book on his hip and pretty basic looking robes with some like things scribed under the robes. And he'll kind of look over at Garden and he'll just be kind of like blankly kind of like observing and staring at him while he tinkers with these things. And he'll I don't think he would really say anything, but he's just gonna kind of keep staring at you for now. Just your hands too. He's not even looking at your face, not looking at anything besides what your hands are doing. Seemingly
Garden's
just taking it all in.
completely oblivious that you're looking at him. He's just focused on what he's working on.
He sits there very still, and his head almost just like bobs with the wagon, like almost like suspension. Like he's just kind of like his head doesn't really move.
and last, Sunny, why don't you introduce us to your character?
You say your name was Sil, right?
His name is Sil. Yep. Some of you may have seen a picture of Sil around Neverwinter. There's a magical poster with his face on it. maybe, maybe not. But they were posted everywhere as an advertisement.
Sunny.
Okay, so the guy you see riding, he is, he's bald, a little older, a little bit distinguished, has a full beard, across his face with like gray hairs and stuff, everything. It doesn't come too far down, but it's just like it covers his whole, like, you know, mouth, chin, whatever, straps. Like I said, bald at the top. Because it's cold, he is wearing some covers, almost like I guess you could say like almost like a wolf coat kind of thing, kind of cape thing across his the front of his chest with all the fur, and going behind him. So you don't see much on him because he's covered, but like his we'll just say like his hands aren't completely covered, so you just see like some tattoos on his hands, and here and there, like when he turns and he looks, or like maybe when he stretches, you might see some tattoos going across his arm. They're like very I guess the best way to explain it is almost like a henna essentially, but like very geometric shaped, very angular, very symmetrical, all, you know, across what you do see. And you know, you see some of those tattoos and stuff on his neck as well. He's pretty unassuming guy. There isn't much to him there, but that's really there isn't much to him when you see him, so that's all there is there.
What was your
What's his name?
Oh, his name is Tora.
T-O-R-A?
Torra.
What race is he?
He's a human.
Oh, wait, sure. Oh.
All right. Now that
By
you're
the
all.
way-
Oh, go
Sorry, I
ahead.
was just sorry. I was just gonna add, since we were talking. I feel like everybody else said their race except for me. You know, you can probably figure with the ears, but you know, all of you kind of that have had a look at Desmond can tell that he's an elf, but you're definitely unsure of what kind. He's not like the elves that you've kind of seen before. That's all.
Alrighty. So, as you guys have become, you know, acquainted with each other over the past few days, and you know, right now it's getting to be about almost midday. The sun's starting to rise and get at that high point. Tora, you're leading the oxen while most people are taking it easy in the wagon, and Kikrana's walking beside you. As you start to take a turn around the bend, well, why don't you make a perception check for me, since you're the one.
Perception?
I can roll the campaign.
Perception check?
Yes, as you come around the bend.
22.
22. Okay. So you can see that the woods here are getting a little more thicker right when you start to turn in. The woods are, you know, before you had maybe 20 feet of road, or at least grass on the side too. Now it's about 10 before the tree line starts to maybe 15, 10 feet in certain spots. You know, deciduous trees, you got oak trees. But the thing that you immediately catches your eye is that there are two horses laying on the ground, not moving. With that perception check, you can easily see that they are filled with arrows, and there's, you know, blood on the ground, and you can see that, you know, the saddles don't really look like they're still on them 100%, but yeah, two horses are now blocking your path from moving on with the wagon.
Okay, I'm gonna slow down the wagon. Pretty much bringing it to a halt, and then just kind of, I won't say anything, but I'll just kind of signal to Kikrana, because she's walking. You're walking on the outside, right? Are you the only one walking on the outside?
I am the only one watching.
Desmond on top, and then
Garden's
Garden
on the back,
Stiller.
on like the back
Garden's
bumper,
on the mat.
kind of.
Okay, so I'm just gonna pull it back, slow down the oxen to a stop, and just kind of like, not just kind of look at Kikrana, just shh. Just to, I guess, kind of slow it down, just to let her know that like we should be careful here, and then just sort of point at the horses with the arrows on the ground.
Garden, like, as we come to start slowing, he gets a wrench and puts one last little, like, twist onto this little contraption that he's made from the lantern that he's now completely destroyed. And he puts it in, like, a side pocket and runs up to the front and says, "Hey, Dora, what's happening, guy?"
Oh my
That's it. Get used to it.
I'm sorry. Okay. Tor's just gonna be just under his breath, just 2 horses dead on the ground, arrows. We gotta be careful. There might be some bandits around here.
Garden kind of just goes, "Oh," and just kind of fades back into the tent and kind of sits down. Out of
as
view.
as he comes back into the back of the wagon, you'll just hear Syl go, "Is everything okay?"
Is he talking to Garden or is he talking to
Yeah, he's talking to Garden.
Oh, Garden. Sounds like we might have some trouble. I'm gonna check him. Just keep all this in here safe.
I will stay with you. We protect.
Desmond's gonna kind of like peer over the corner of the caravan to like have a look up front, and as he notices that we're stopped and he sees Tora kind of pointing over there, he'll kind of just hop up off there and dust himself off real quick and kind of like swiftly, but you guys don't even really hear him kind of approach you behind. He'll walk up and he'll say, "Hey, we'll go have a look."
Excuse me? Can you repeat that?
He's so quiet.
He says, "I'll go have a look."
All right.
So is
Go on. As Desmond is checking, I'm just gonna pull out bow and arrow. I'm gonna maybe stay like 20 feet behind Desmond. And I just want to, like, as we're walking up, just check to see like if there's anyone around. Really, just so we're not walking into an ambush, essentially.
sorry, what was that last part?
I'm just gonna keep pace, maybe like 20 feet behind Desmond,
20 feet behind him.
just to make sure that we're not like walking into an ambush. See if I can catch anyone or anything like that.
Okay. Yeah, if you want to make further perception checks, are you trying to look for people or just kind of?
I guess I just don't want to walk into an ambush, so I'm looking for people to see.
Okay, you're welcome to make a perception check.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm also
And
gonna
then-
make one before I just start up, like just walking blindly up there.
Okay.
Kind of like make one.
Um,
And what's the landscape like? Like, what's surrounding? We're on a path, obviously, but like, what's
Yeah,
in
you
it?
guys are on a main path. There's trees on both sides. On your left side, which is your north side, you can kind of see there is a. Well, make a perception check.
is this considered grassland?
More forest.
Forest. Okay. I rolled a 10.
A 10?
Yeah.
Ryan? Or Desmond, excuse me.
Waiting. It's a 21.
21. Okay. So, and how far are you walking up? Are you looking before you walk up, or
Yeah,
Right
I'm looking
now-
before
Yeah.
As I kind of pass right in front of them, that's when I'm gonna kind of like look and kind of decide how I'm gonna approach it.
Okay, because right now the horses are about 60 feet ahead of you from
On the
where your wagon
off
is.
the trail.
They're on the trail, blocking your path.
Oh, they're blocking it.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. So I roll a 21 to kind of, take like kind of squint my eyes, like look at it as I take maybe a couple steps closer, maybe about just like 8 feet closer in front of Tora in the caravan, just to kind of like have a look and pay very close attention to like the trees that are surrounding, and kind of like almost like tune out all of my senses and try to channel just like listening, like really trying to like listen for things.
Okay. So you're about 40 feet. You're walking up. Desmond's walking up.
Yeah, put me like
him,
50 feet.
50 feet away from the horses, and Tora, you also look out. Tora, you see trees on both sides, but you're just infatuated with being outside here, getting the lay of the land. You see, a lot of the trees. You hear the birds. Nothing looks like nature to you. Desmond, you see a little bit close, moving up a little bit more. You're able to see on your north side, which is your left, on the trail, that there's actually there's about a ledge up there. There's maybe one tree up there. It's about 20 feet tall, but it's just like kind of a ledge that kind of is part of the landscape there. What you do notice that is in the trees and the shrubs immediately to the left of you, also right below that ledge, there's some shaking going on in there. You see a quick glance of a shrub just moving.
Okay, as I noticed that, I kind of like quickly like cock my head like over, like triangulating like the sound in my ears, and kind of, and he looks over and then he looks back at Tor and he says, "Something's not right here."
All right.
And then he kind of like motions over to the bush that he heard the sound from.
Okay. How close are you getting?
He's actually after seeing that, he's gonna kind of turn back over to the group and say,
Just gonna start walking back?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna walk back to Tora after because he said he would just go have a look, and and all of a sudden he got close and he saw that, and he goes up to Kikrana and Tora and say, "We should be very careful. There's something not right about the bush over there."
Far away is the bush?
Huh?
How far away is the bush, like from where we are?
How about I bring you guys to a map so you can get a better idea of it?
Map.
That makes sense?
First map.
All right. Let me just make sure I got this all right here before I do it. Oops.
As they're kind of chatting, you'll see is there like a curtain in between the front and the back of this?
Nah, it's just open in the
Open.
back.
You just see Syl kind of walk up. He's
Uh,
short, so he's like standing up in the back.
Can I do?
Oh,
Oh, sorry. No, you can continue.
okay.
Yep.
He's gonna walk up. Just gonna say,
Hi, can I be of assistance?
Who are you walking up
Alright.
to?
Are you
just
guys on the new
everybody
map?
talking on the front.
Okay. Yep, I'm on the map. Okay, so can I can I do like a perception check to size up like everyone except for Desmond, because he has like those things on his like wrist. Like who can, I don't know, like who looks like they can hold their own, essentially, like, you know what I mean?
I feel like these
In your
things
group?
create-
Yeah, in our group. Like, I mean, I guess technically everyone can fight, but like from me, like perceptive, I just wanted to see like who just right off the bat kind of looks like they're ready for a fight necessarily. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, you can take a look at everyone. I mean,
We've
there's
all
definitely
met
people who
her.
have armor, but people who have robes and stuff on. I would say probably Kikrana's the one that looks like she has showing armor.
Okay.
You can correct me if that's wrong, Caitlin, without going too deep.
What?
Kikrana has armor on, correct?
Yeah, she has scale armor. Yeah.
Yeah. So
Okay then. He's not gonna say anything much. If he sees like everyone has armor and equipment and stuff like that, then we're good.
okay. Well. So what are you guys doing? What's your plan?
I was wondering how far away the bush was.
Are you guys on the map?
Yep.
Right now?
Yeah.
You guys are on the map? Okay.
Yep.
Cool. So this is the ledge that Desmond saw, and then this right around here is where he's seeing shaking a bush.
Okay.
Okay. Are there any Ooh.
So Desmond's actually just gonna kind of take a little bit of an action here. He's gonna say, must have a different approach. And he goes, kind of like steps back, kind of goes towards the caravan again, and kind of looks for where that ledge starts on the west side. Like, where does it kind of slope down anywhere? Like, where does it begin?
You wouldn't be able to see it from where you are without going into the forest, really. When he was over here, he was able to see it kind of right here, but you're not sure where it goes without going into the woods further.
Okay,
like
so yeah,
back
from
to the
behind the
woods.
caravan, he would go
Yeah,
into the tree
it
line.
curves around and goes back towards.
Yeah, so he would
the
kind of
woods.
like go between the trees, like behind the caravan where we already were, like only maybe about like 20 feet behind it.
So like this way?
Yeah.
Okay. So, yeah, if he wants to move that way, it just keeps cutting backwards. The ledge doesn't follow the trail right there. This is where it just started to curve. So it's all forest in front of him, thicker forest. But there's that ledge right there that just follows along the forest northward.
Okay. And there's no way to kind of scale up there anywhere.
You could scale up.
You can try.
You can always try.
Yeah. Yeah, so I'm gonna go
Okay.
up over there, kind of like near like where it would be, kind of going up, and I'm going to use spider climb and go up the wall.
Okay. Yep, easy enough. So it's not very, it's a steep ledge for most people. So you're just going forward into your character goes off screen.
Yeah, none of you guys would see him, but he just kind of like all of a sudden starts kind of casually with ease, kind of just starts from walking to the ground and then just starts walking up the
So you
wall.
go off screen.
Garden kind of pops his head up after a minute of him gone, and he just goes, Where's he going?" Kind of whispers it out.
All right.
And again, Syl just kind of repeats himself. Hi, can I be of any assistance? And just stands there just with like a smile on his face.
So then, how far back from here, Brian, are you scaling this?
I said, let's say about like, I don't know, like 40 feet.
40 feet
Enough
back.
to where he would assume if something was going to come out of that bush, like he had like a danger sense about it, that maybe he could like get to the top of the wall just to have a peek over the ledge to maybe get like a flanking kind of position just to see if he could see anything.
Okay, so easy enough to climb up it. Desmond makes it up. And, on top of there isn't much cover or anything. There's the one rock that you see that's probably like about 20 or 30 feet in front of you now since you went backwards. And there's this one tree, but most of that is pretty clear. Nothing's there. There's like some very small shrubs, but it's pretty bare for the most part.
All right, I'm gonna stealth over to that rock.
Okay. Why don't you roll a stealth check for me?
And it doesn't even, and the rest of us, while this is going on, know what's
Yeah.
happening?
Does anyone else?
Yeah.
Yeah. So it sounds like Tora was out front,
Mhm.
and Kikrana was out front, and Garden. You kind of know a little bit, right?
I don't know if they said it loud enough for me to hear. I just kind of poked out. And
Um,
Sill's just like
I-
standing open, like next to me.
I did mention to Garden that, you know, there's some trouble. There's 2 people up there earlier.
All right,
Um,
I kind of turned to Sill and I hit him on the calf. Or how tall is Sill?
He's only 4 feet tall.
Oh,
He's
so
like
we're like
he's
same
probably
height.
the same height, yeah.
So like he taps him on the shoulder and goes,
Hi.
Can you see if there's any trouble up there ahead?"
He kind of like he's already pretty straight posture, like standing up pretty tall, and he'll like go on his tippy toes to like try and look over and see if he can see anything.
Where is Sil? Sorry.
Right at the front.
At the
They were
front.
like they were driving, yeah. Right at the like.
So
the
he's just
opening
looking
of
over the wagon.
Yep.
Yeah. So I
He's
mean,
using his staff his little mushroom staff to peek over, get a little height.
yeah. So hearing a little bit of what people have been talking about and the mutterings, you see the 2 horses that are in the middle of the road, arrows in them, 60 feet ahead of you in the wagon. And Desmond, did you make a stealth check?
Yeah, it was a 13.
13. Okay. Was there something else?
While all of this is happening, can I go over to sort of like the tree? I think it's a tree or a bush that's like the one that's like sort of brown colored. That's just
This
a little bit in front of the
This-
no, a little bit further back.
Oh, this one?
Yeah.
Okay.
Can I kind of walk over to the tree?
Mhm.
And I'm just gonna say, "Hi, friend. I was wondering if you could let me know if anyone around here means to do us any harm."
Okay. Make a persuasion check with advantage.
Can we just cut back to our little banter?
Yeah,
He's gonna look
go for
over
it.
and Phil's just gonna say,
After my scan, it looks like there's 2 lifeless creatures on the ground.
Garden goes, "Oh, well, that seems bad." He's gonna just lower his head a little bit and kind of not stand behind Sil, but kind of like try to find something to kind of just like stand behind, so he can't really see.
Sure, we are here to serve and protect.
It was an 18.
18? Okay.
Yeah.
With that, you know that it's getting to be fall time, so some of the trees do have leaves that are starting to change color and everything. And after you ask the question, the tree kind of shudders a little bit, and this one dead leaf falls to the ground right in front of you. Probably the only leaf that has fully changed on the tree so far.
And it's dead.
It is dead.
That's not a good sign, I would say.
at least all the leaves didn't fall.
So Desmond, you were stealthing up, right? Behind this rock, is that what it was?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so you are behind the rock. I'll put your character there in a second.
Do
Is there anything you wanted to do?
Do we know each other's names by this point, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
you've
we
been
got
on the
it.
road for.
Yeah.
That's your character.
Okay,
for now, Brian.
okay, we've known each other. Okay.
Yeah, you've been on the road for a few days.
Okay, so I'm just gonna. Tara's gonna say, just
Side
gonna
note. Aw.
go, after seeing Desmond like kind of disappear, I'm just gonna go, Sil, with me, Garden, Kikrana, cover the oxes in the cart for a bit, but be ready for a
You-
fight.
Are you saying?
I'm
You saying this in
that.
character?
Yeah, I'm saying that in character.
You got it. You got it, buddy. I'll hold down the fort. As he kind of like peeks his head over a crate and then puts it back down.
Phil just stands at the front, staff in hand, and just postures up, gives you like a tip of his mushroom hat.
All right.
Does
So
anyone have a passive perception over 13?
14.
I do. What's
Okay.
it?
I do too.
Then you
Yep,
two start
same.
to.
I do too.
Desmond, you would actually see it as well. You guys would all see this, but the leaves, you start to see more and more start to shake. Some over here, then some down here.
Not seeing any of these pings.
Okay. Not seeing any of them.
Yeah, they're further.
Down on the southern
here.
side,
Okay, I see
you
it now.
start to see them ping here and here.
Okay. I'm actually
So-
going to like with Syl following me for. I'm just gonna try to like.
Oh, you wanted me to follow you?
Yeah, that's what I said.
Oh,
Syl
okay.
with me.
Okay.
And then I wanted to just kind of like be adjacent from here, just like crawl into the trees, and I want to ready, especially if I'm seeing the things like shift and stuff. I want to just ready my bow and just like kind of like sneak through here.
You'll see Syl. He's gonna like mimic your every move, almost like shadowing right behind you.
The
And
Syl's next to him.
Yeah, as he pulls the bow out too, he'll ready his
Gardens
staff,
over there.
Yep.
ready a spell.
You're gonna ready a spell?
Well,
Is that what you said?
you have to ready a cantrip. Is that?
Yeah, you can ready a cantrip. You just
Okay.
gotta let me know which one.
It's gonna be infestation.
Okay. 6 seconds go by and that poofs out of your hand.
He
There's
does it
no
again.
movement yet.
So
on
how,
that
so-
side.
Sorry, how does that work with a cantrip? Can you just kind of keep readying it,
Yeah, but you have to wait 6 seconds. So you'd have to wait. You're holding it for 6 seconds, one
and then
round,
you gotta wait
and then,
6 seconds again?
and then yeah. So you can keep readying it every 6 seconds.
Yeah,
Um,
I'll just keep doing that. I guess it's a weird mechanic.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's the thing
Yeah.
about cantrips.
Okay.
Can
Like
I
to do-
have?
It's mostly just because older, like higher level spells would have the same effect, so it
Right.
just affects lower levels.
Yeah.
the same.
Okay.
So you guys are both readying stuff
Mhm.
over
I
there.
have my bow
Desmond,
and
anything you're
arrow,
doing up top?
or I'm notching
Yes.
my bow.
Yes.
Yes. Okay.
Sorry, I'd like to make another perception from up here now that I'm kind of like looking down into the trees,
Okay.
and also
for it.
like, and also to like listen on the other side of this rock.
Sure. Make a perception check.
Perception. 20.
20. All right. So at that, you see one lone goblin trying to sneak his way closer and closer to Kikrana.
Where is it?
Sorry, I'm not good with this yet, so I am moving him. You would right here, right in between this clearing right here. You see one goblin moving right there.
I don't see your pings. I don't know why I don't see them.
The green ones.
Okay. I see.
Is
oh,
everyone
and
else seeing them or no?
No, I'm not seeing them either.
Yeah, you're the only one I can't
Really?
see.
You're
Why?
staying right here, right?
Because you're on. Are you on a different mode?
Oh.
I just
you
saw
see
it
him?
before though.
Now I
Yeah,
can
yeah.
see
Now
it.
I can see 'em, yeah.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that's
Yeah.
how pings worked. Okay.
So I
thank
see
you.
it
Yeah,
right here.
confusing.
Yeah, so he's about 20 feet ahead of you, and he's slowly moving up towards Kikrana.
How high is the sludge?
About 20 feet.
20.
Do I see Desmond from where I am?
No. What was it? Your passive perception would not be high enough.
Okay.
What was your passive perception?
14.
Your stealth was 13. So yeah, actually, you would just see him over the cusp of the rock there.
Okay.
So Desmond's gonna see him, and as he's doing that, he's gonna kind of like slowly spider climb down the wall and get to about like halfway down it. Do I need to do anything for
Okay.
that?
Nope. So
Okay.
he's gonna move down the wall.
And he's gonna kind of like cross his arms and kind of like look up and sneer at the goblin and say, "You better stop now unless you want to die."
Okay, so Goblin
I love
turns
it.
and looks up and goes, "Ah, ah." But as you do that, you look over to your left, and there's another goblin with a bow and arrow pointed right in your direction. And let's all roll for initiative now.
Oh, the first battle.
So, Brad, I just gotta move your character.
Okay.
19.
Because he's on the wall right there.
North of the wall.
Shit. Got a 10.
Oh, natty 1. Let's go.
Get
Oh,
him
never
going.
mind. 7. Sorry. That's a 9.
That's a 2 for me.
Get him out of the way.
All right.
How
These
close
are
is
all
he
some of
to
our
me?
first rolls.
So one of them, you should be able to see them both now. One is, well, you said you're halfway down the ledge, right? So you're about
Yeah.
15 feet away, but 10 feet above. And the other one is right here, which again, you're 10 feet above, but about 15 feet away. So you're about 15 feet away from both of them.
Okay.
All right, what did everyone get for
I got a 19.
initiative? 19 for Tora. Okay.
Sill's next to him. He's got a 9.
Sill's got a 9. Okay. What else?
Desmond has a 10.
10 for Desmond.
For initiative?
Yeah, for initiative.
Yeah, I'm a 2.
Kron has a
Nice.
2.
I'm at 8.
And then an 8 for Garden.
So
Okay.
he wasn't. Sorry, that guy. Never mind.
Hardin.
You surprised one of them, but you didn't surprise the other one because
I don't know, I just figured with the 20, I might have been able to see him there too. But if he was not visible from on this side of the rock, that would make sense.
Well, he was also pretty sneaky, so
All right, fair.
Hey.
but the other one was not. All right. So let's get down to it. So Tora, you are going to start us off with the 19.
Okay.
The Taurus C. The Taurus C.
Yeah,
does
that's
also
what I was
Taurus.
gonna ask. Do I actually see the goblins? Like I
do
saw
we all see
Desmond
them?
and I was following him, but I don't know if I saw the goblins or
You
not.
would have seen Desmond with your passive perception because you saw him sneaking down.
Mm-hmm.
You would have saw him sneak down and then his lips start to move. So you have the assumption that he's there, but with the goblin being spooked, you'd see this one. That one, yeah.
This
Sorry,
one here?
I'm in the wrong. Yeah.
And I wouldn't have seen this one. Okay.
Not yet. No. You definitely see that one. Yeah.
Okay.
My mind works. Yes, this one.
All right. And I'm just gonna, before I shoot, I'm gonna be like, just to Sill, like, just show me what you can do. And I'm gonna just shoot my first arrow at the goblin that I can see.
First
Okay.
arrow shot.
Make an attack roll for me.
All right.
Attack virginity is getting taken.
Oh, I should probably change the music too.
We are.
There is so much to do.
Beautiful. Yeah.
It's
Oh,
beautiful.
It's a lot of plates.
This setup
Have
here.
more respect for that DM position now, huh?
I've already had more respect for it. Just learning it now, actually doing it. It's like holy shit.
11.
That's 11.
Yeah.
Okay. So you shoot your arrow up in the air, lands right to the side of that goblin, and you miss.
Ooh.
It's gonna be like, oh shit. And then he's just going to Stay in the bushes, but like maybe move over here to get a more direct, like open shot on him.
Would you like me to miss as well?
So where's he move?
I'm moving here.
So you're right here right now.
Where am I?
Right here. This is your guy with the bow and arrow on top of the wagon.
Well, he
Wait, what?
moved. I thought.
Oh, yeah, we moved over here.
Oh, I might have moved.
Still, and I moved
They both
like
moved,
here.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Did not hear that part at all. I thought you guys were looking over here. Okay.
Yeah.
Shit. All right. Well, that kind of changes some things because if you guys move there,
Prize, more goblins.
surprise, motherfucker.
An ambush.
Why is that there? Okay.
More cries, motherfucker.
So
Waffle
where were
fries.
you guys here?
Waffle fries.
Yeah,
motherfucker.
something
further
like.
Yeah, I think we
like
were
in-
walking into the tree
Yeah,
cover.
I was
down
thinking
here.
like we were in this cover here.
Yeah,
That's
this-
where I thought we were.
Okay.
Well, as you walk over there.
Yes. As you walk over there,
Snare
you
trap.
will see that there are 2 goblins lurking right over here as well.
Ah.
A lot of fucking goblins.
It's a lot of goblins.
Hmm.
So, you know, your attack was a miss regardless, but we can retroactively say you shot at a different one if you want to, but this will probably change where you want to move. So where do you want to move, and why is this not the combat one?
Spinning the plates.
Yeah.
If that's the case, then I'll just move back to like under this tree here.
Okay, hold on. Oh boy.
Oh, here it goes.
Here it goes for damn sure.
Syl would also be directly behind Tora as well. Like, literally shadowing him.
All right.
Like,
well,
mimicking all his
music is
moves.
whatever. Okay. All right. So where do you want to move, Sonny? Tor?
Well, if there are 2 goblins in front of us, I just want to move backwards then, back towards the
5,
like to
10.
this,
If we
this
notice
under
them.
this tree here.
To here.
Yeah.
Use the tree as cover.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, you can probably get half cover from them right there.
Yep.
Okay, cool. All right. Next is the goblins. So you will have 1 goblin move up. Goblin warrior 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Next to Syl.
Tora's getting Syl killed.
Immediately.
Well, I mean, I wouldn't have done
Nine.
all of that had we. But
I hope you
it's
made 2
fine.
characters.
And let's see. And
Hi.
he will swing at you with his scimitar.
Jesus.
That is a 10 to hit.
No.
So he tries to slash at you. This goblin's, just a little shorter than you. Tries to swipe at you. Misses completely. Hits a few spores in the air. And that's his attack.
Please don't.
This guy here, he will attack. He's gonna go for Tora since he was attacking his buddy. Tora, you got half cover. Oops, that's with the scimitar. That's not right. Ignore that. Well, I'll take it. It was a 22 to hit.
It's
And so the damage is 5 piercing damage to you.
5 piercing. All right.
This one is surprised by Desmond, so he's just kind of sitting on his ass, falling over. Uses his movement to get back up and kind of just kind of a little shocked, a little surprised. And this guy's gonna take a shot at Kikrana. That is a 13.
That's a no-go.
So again, takes a shot, misses completely, hits the tree next to you. And that's gonna be the goblins.
How you doing, Tora? You doing okay?
Doing fine.
Okay, good.
Uh,
Would have been good for me.
Me either.
Desmond, you are up.
All right. So the one that's on the ground is right here, right?
Yeah, he just stood up and is
At
kind of
this
getting
point,
his
I'm only
bearings, getting himself together.
yeah, and I'm on like 10 feet on the wall, and so I'll kind of like gingerly like walk down the wall,
Mhm.
and then I will go up to him, and I will make a attack with my scythe. Kind of like pulls out from like you see him kind of like stride over to him off the wall with a hand in his cloak, and then as he approaches him, he kind of like flings off the cloak, and he just has this kind of like happy expression on his face, and not happy, sorry. It's more kind of like intent, like he's like happy that he's fighting. He's gonna make an attack with that.
Okay.
And it's an 8.
8. That is a miss. You take your scythe out, try to chop at one of his legs. Just he's still a little scared, but he kind of scuttles himself back and is able to dodge your attack.
All right, and as he tries to get away, I'll go with like my hand out like this with the nails and try to like kind of like go and like make a kind of like a slash at him with an unarmed strike.
Okay. Is that
That's
a
my
bonus
bonus
action? Okay.
bonus
Yep.
action. Yeah, I'm
Strike.
allowed because I have martial arts.
Mhm.
And that's a 13.
13. That is a miss.
Damn it. Sneaky little fuck.
So again, he just dodges out of the way at the last second at the fist. And then did you want to move anywhere else or?
Yeah, I'll move back up the wall. I know that will probably provoke an opportunity attack, but he deserves it. That was a really good.
Probably.
He deserves it. It was good dodges. So he kind of like Desmond like looks at his hand after he misses, and he kind of goes like, goes back over towards the wall.
Do you want to
Tries
move back?
walk. Yeah, and try to walk back up the wall. Like 10
You've got
feet.
about 5 feet of movement left because it was 10 to get down, 10 to get to him. So you got 10 back, so you could get right to the ledge if you wanted to move back.
I have 15. I have 35.
Oh, you have 35,
walking.
so you could get 5 feet up the wall then.
How tall is he?
He's about 3 feet tall. So you'd be,
What does he have for a
pretty
weapon?
He's got a scimitar. So he could reach maybe if he jumped.
Okay.
But he,
Instead of that, what would make more sense? He would like wherever that person that the goblins in the tree shooting the arrows.
Mhm.
He would position so that he'd be out of the line of sight. I don't know what way that would be, but either be that way or back towards the wall.
there's
I
a
have-
tree. You got 15, so you can't really get behind the tree here. Like 5, 10, 15. You could get beside the tree. Because right here is the center of it.
Okay. Yeah, he'll try to like quickly like move over there. to the
Okay.
side of the tree.
So he's gonna take attack of opportunity then.
Fair enough. He would have attacked me anyway.
That's a 5. So he tries to, as you try to run away, he tries to take a swing at you, but you're too dodgy for him, and you get right by that tree.
Okay.
Anything else you want to do?
Just sneer a little bit, and then end my turn.
Here. All right,
He's gonna
Still-
sneer a lot this campaign.
Yeah.
Syl, it is your turn.
He's just gonna straight face look at the goblin. He's just go,
Hi. The Myconid and my master will not be happy with your actions.
and he's just gonna kind of do like a little spin and action disengage, and just
Okay.
swiftly walk over to behind Tora.
Okay. 5, 10, 15, 20,
And then
Yep.
you just be like,
Well, they don't seem friendly.
and we'll just end his turn there.
Okay.
I don't think
Garden, you're up.
I don't think
I have you
actions.
on top of the wagon here.
All right. Yeah.
I believe that's the last spot you were at. Okay.
He'll just kind of step out and kind of in such a situation, kind of dart his eyes around. Who can I see? Can I see everyone?
So
A
you
lot of-
can see. You could probably see. You can see a little bit of this goblin, not fully of it. You're pretty close to it.
Okay.
You can see him. You've got full sight of him.
Okay.
And you've got full sight of this guy as well. This one's blocked by this tree, and you can probably barely see him, but the first two you can definitely see 100%.
Okay. So he'll step out and kind of he'll pull out the contraption he was working on. You see like this little it looks like the bottom half of the lantern, but has like some sort of modification to it that like makes the flame part like kind of point up, and it's constantly lit. And he'll just like smack it on the back, cast firebolt at this guy.
Okay.
See like a little boof of fire come out. That's a natural 20.
Ooh, natural 20. That is a hit.
Started.
All right. For a 26 to hit.
Yep, that hits.
Find it. Fucking D10.
If it didn't, we'd be in big trouble.
Yeah. Oh boy, we're all dead. Oh. Rolled a 2.
So
For
4.
4 points of damage.
Okay. So you unleash a firebolt from the lantern, fires out direct hit onto the goblin's face, and you just you see like his little leather cap he's got on just gets singed and burned, and he's kind of taken aback and is like, "Ugh." But he's still hanging on. He's still hanging on a little bit.
All right, and then I'm gonna back. Can I back behind like some crates or something like that, so I can be like completely out of combat, not like out of combat, but like no one can see me.
So you could get behind the wagon. If you were to get into the wagon, it would probably take your full movement speed, it would take a little bit extra. But yeah, you could easily get behind it.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah, just to climb into it for you for a short guy would probably take a little extra. So.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
But yeah, you're off screen behind the wagon.
Okay. Sounds good.
All right. Is that it?
Yep.
All right, Kikrana.
Okay. I am going to first put my hand on the bark of the tree that I had spoken to. And I'm gonna say, thanks for the warning. And then I'm going to use Hidden Step. So I will temporarily go invisible.
Okay.
Yes, hi, Kinley. And while I'm invisible, so they can't see me, I'm going to move. Sorry, she's I'm gonna move sort of forward, behind this, into this corner of this bush, underneath the ledge.
Which one? I'm not seeing any.
I can't ping it for some reason.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, over there, yeah.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. You can get right there.
Okay, can I go just a little bit farther, sort of, so I'm more almost full cover behind this bush, more directly behind, close to the rock.
Like here? Yeah, you can get.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And then from there, I'm going to from full cover, so I'm hoping that they don't see where I am. I will cast Toll the Dead.
Toll of the Dead.
Mm-hmm.
Classic.
Warrior spell.
Alright.
Right. It's an oldie but a goodie.
And
so
then they have to make. What do they have to make?
They have to make a wisdom saving throw.
Wisdom saving. Okay. Do wisdom.
It's only one though. It's not like an AoE.
Oh, that is a fail with a 3.
Yeah, no, that's for sure a
Were
fail.
you going for this one?
Yeah, that one.
Okay.
Okay, and since he hasn't taken any damage yet, right?
He has not taken any. Nope.
Okay, so then rolled 1d8, so that's 3 points of damage.
3 points. Okay. So that goblin, all of a sudden, you sneakily, invisibly move over to the side over there and cast Toll the Dead. The bells ring above it. Dong, dong. The vibrations just cause that guy to go. Takes a good amount of damage. That spell does take you out of invisibility.
Yeah, I know I'm like no longer invisible. That's why I was trying to be behind the cover so they wouldn't see me when I'm no longer invisible.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, I just didn't want them to see like what direction I was going in.
I see. Yeah, perfect. So, yep, so he takes a little bit of that damage. And that's your turn?
That is my turn, yes.
Alrighty, that takes us back to the top with Tora.
Alright, I'm just gonna shoot another arrow at this guy here.
Alright.
Classic ranger move.
Mhm. That misses. It's
Tora, come on.
yeah, no,
That's
that
supposed to
misses. That's a 8.
Okay. Yep, so that misses, that flies by.
Come on, man.
Is there anything else you want to do? You
I don't, I'll just stay behind the tree to keep half cover.
don't want to move or anything?
Would it be an action to check if there's more than the goblins I see?
Yeah, you would need to make a perception check for an action like that. So you
Yeah,
wouldn't
no.
be able to do that
Then I'm
since you
good.
took an attack.
Yeah.
Okay,
I'm
so you're
good.
staying there.
Yep.
All right. So it's the goblin's turn. So this guy here is gonna move forward. 1, 2, 3.
We all die.
He's
Mhm.
gonna
Get ready
take an
for that.
attack at you, Tora.
Yeah.
But that is a 9.
Misses.
Okay, that misses. So he swings with his scimitar. You're able to dodge out of the way. This guy right here is gonna take an attack at Syl, since he's a little easier to get at.
What? I was taking cover behind Tora, but okay.
That is a 17.
That's gonna hit.
And that's 5 points of piercing damage.
That pierces like right like into his chest, and Syl like lets out a pretty hard breath, and you see some like spores come out of him. Syl is not looking good.
Okay. This guy is gonna move up to Desmond. And he's gonna take a swing with his scimitar. That is a 6. I'm gonna assume that misses.
That's a miss.
Desi. Okay.
Desi.
Desi.
Oh, I hate that
Yeah.
name.
Get that cutesy name for this guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, he won't like that.
Yeah. And this guy is going to, the last guy is going to take a shot at the oxen to
What?
stop.
What a dick.
Yeah. Fucking, he's gonna try and stop you guys from going anywhere. That is a miss with a 4.
We didn't check harm to animals being okay on the checklist.
The oxen somehow dodges out of the way. And
Arm
that's
lock.
going to end the goblin's turn. Yep, that's right. So, with that, it is back to Desmond.
Ooh, my
Desmond?
turn.
Oh,
Desmond,
okay.
yes.
Desi.
Desi.
Desi fresh.
Desi. Come here, Desi.
All right. I'm gonna do another attack.
Okay.
Recklessly.
With your scimitar or your scythe.
Yep.
Okay.
All right. Nope. Thought I had a cantrip. Minor illusion.
Let's-
I feel like I messed up my. I don't know. I'll figure it out. Okay. Sickle, technically.
I think that was at a later level. You get that.
That's the MCR.
That's a 23.
That is a hit. Roll for damage.
And it is a 6.
That is 6, and that is enough. All of a sudden, you take your scythe, just slice the throat of the goblin. Just goes, ah! Just falls over, and this guy is kaput.
Right.
Ooh.
And then I will go over to the tree over here.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Where do you want to go? Like here, here.
I'm gonna go right up to the trunk of the tree.
Trunk. Okay. It could probably get you. Yeah, like right there.
How thick is this trunk of this tree?
It's pretty thick. Pretty thick tree.
It's a thick tree,
Uh-huh.
boy.
Yeah, that's 2 C's on the end of that thickness.
Yeah. Those roots ain't for nothing.
I don't know. Desmond is gonna take an unarmed strike and try to do like a spinning like wheel kick on the tree.
On the tree.
Oh, no, I'm sorry.
Tree.
Yeah, he's gonna like hit the
Kick
tree.
butt tree.
He's gonna hit the
Right,
tree.
the guy shooting the arrows is in the tree, right?
No, he's just on the side of the tree.
Oh, okay. I thought he was up in the tree.
No. He's just. I like the
Kind of.
idea.
Just trying
Yeah.
to piss off Krana like right away.
Yeah.
Get the fuck out of the first tree you see.
All right, so I'm gonna go up to that guy then and make an
So,
unarmed
okay,
strike.
so you want to go there instead? Okay.
Purple.
All right. Roll an attack for me.
Or can I try to? No, it's a bonus. I only have. It's only my bonus action.
Yeah, you still have your bonus action for an unarmed attack, right?
Yeah, I want to try like take the bow out of his hand.
With the bonus action, no.
Yeah, no. Here it goes. That's a nat 20.
Nat 20. That's
Or
enough to hit.
26.
Oh,
2 nat 20s. What are you guys rolling over there?
ripping them out.
7 damage.
7 damage. All right, so you just instead of jumping up and kicking the tree, you decide to just kick this goblin in the fucking face. So you spin around, whoop-ah, hit him right in the face, and he just instantly goes out dead to the ground.
Murdered him.
Double kill.
And the goblins on that side are kaput.
Desi.
Desi!
Damage.
Desi damage.
All right, Desi, you good?
Desi 2
Desi
hands
deep.
damage.
All right,
Ends my turn. Ends my cool turn.
Syl, it is your turn.
All right. Syl's gonna look at Tora again, just straight face, and just gonna go.
Your tactics seem to be futile. I shall seek alternative strategies.
And he's gonna take his staff and he's going to cast Firebolt on the one that's attacking him, the archer.
Okay. The archer down here.
Yep.
Okay.
Where the fuck is that roll?
Make an attack for me.
Oh, it's where I click it again, I guess. I did a 25 to hit
That is a hit.
with 3 points of Dimaggio.
3 points.
Fire damage.
Okay. So again, another firebolt goes through the air. through the trees, burning a few leaves on the way, and strikes the goblin right in the chest. Yeah, he's definitely looking hurt.
And that the arrow that's in his chest, you'll start to see spores kind of just like grow around it.
Cool.
And this guy will take opportunity, right? If I move,
Yeah, you would take an
Yeah.
opportunity.
he's just gonna kind of like cower behind Tora a little bit.
Is that your turn?
Yeah.
All right, Garden, you're up.
All right. Gordon's gonna run back.
Yeah, he was behind,
Out.
so
Yeah, out in front of the cart. Uses full movement to get sight.
Okay. you can probably
Uh,
get to anywhere around there.
Okay, that's good. Gonna get to see that guy.
Yep.
He's gonna pull out like this little tumbler, and it looks like it has like little ice cubes in it. He's gonna shake it. He goes, "Oh, I hope this works!" And he's gonna cast frostbite against this guy.
Alrighty.
He needs to make a Constitution saving throw.
Constitution saving throw. Okay. Ooh, that's a 17.
He saves.
Yep. So the ice cubes, ricochet out of this little contraption. Blast of cold energy comes, but the goblin is able to just duck out of the way and just barely misses Syl as well.
And he looks down at his little tumbler and goes, "Shit!" and just kind of like shoves it back into a pouch.
All right. Is that your turn?
Do I have any movement left, or?
15, 20, 20. Yeah, you probably have 5 feet.
All right, I'm gonna get behind the ass of this cow.
And the ass of the ox. All right, you
Yeah,
can
yeah,
squeeze right in there. You're small. You can fit in there.
Yeah.
All right, Kikrana, it's your turn.
You're muted.
She's hugging the tree, cannot be disturbed.
Hi, tree.
Okay.
Kate, she might have fallen asleep. Let me just see if she's asleep. Caitlin. She might have fallen asleep, seriously.
I'm here. I just didn't realize I was up. I'm
It's
here.
your
I was-
turn.
No, I'm not asleep. Although I would totally deserve to fall asleep if I did.
Yeah, totally justified.
I'm gonna move sort of towards the middle of the road there, just sort of out in the open.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. You can get right about there.
And then, am I within 60 feet of Syl now?
60 feet of Syl, you are.
Okay. Yay for being a grave cleric, because I can cast Healing Word at 60 feet. So I will cast Healing Word on Syl. So that will be 7 points of healing.
Ooh.
You'll see the spores kind of come together, and they will start pushing the arrow out of Syl's body and forming a seal over the top. And now there's a small blue cap in the place of where he was injured. Actually, never mind, it's glowing green.
And then I'm gonna raise my shield a little bit to cover myself in case the goblin shoot arrows at me.
Okay. Easy enough. And that's your turn.
That is my turn.
All right, Tora.
Yeah. So I'm gonna I'm ignoring this goblin here, and I'm just gonna shoot the one that's still damaged.
Okay.
You're gonna ignore what Syl said to you?
Yeah.
Okay.
What did Syl say to me? I don't even remember.
He just said your tactics are futile and is gonna seek other ways of doing things.
Oh
Basically.
yeah, no, he's just gonna ignore Syl. 16,
16?
17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22.
That hits.
All
Roll
right.
for some DiMaggio.
1d8 plus 4.
So this goes
Which
into
one's
the air.
D8? Okay. Ooh, 8 for a 12.
Woo! Yeah, that arrow goes and just goes right through its eye, right out the back of its skull, and just goes into the tree behind it, and that one is dead.
Okay, then Tora's just gonna pull out his one of his short swords for this goblin here, and just be like, you know, tactic these nuts, and then that's the end of my turn.
All right. The lone goblin, noticing that all of his friends are dead, is gonna look very scared and kind of look around and he is going to disengage for his bonus action. He's going to use his
What?
movement speed. 5,
Disengage is
10,
in an action?
15, 20, 25, 30. Not for a goblin.
Oh, okay.
And then use his action to dash. 5, 10.
Can I opportunity attack? Because he's right next to me.
He used disengage, so he can't
For the
use an
entire
opportunity
turn.
attack on.
Yeah.
Yeah, for the
Them?
entire turn.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, for the whole
5,
turn.
10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
So he can disengage and then dash. Like those are two separate things.
Action dash, disengage
Yeah,
bonus.
because
action.
his bonus action is the
He
action
has-
for
I
that is
see.
the
I
disengage.
see.
The
I
action for
got
that.
you. I'm picking
That's
up
some
what you're
kind of
putting
feature,
down.
right? Or a class feature or something.
And yeah, it's just a
Roll
racial
a
trait.
disengage.
Yeah.
Okay.
And that'll end his turn. So Desi's up.
Did I? Oh. Did I get skipped?
Who's
Isn't that top of the
muted?
order?
I
No,
got
we,
these-
Tora,
Hey.
then the
So,
goblins.
Yeah.
Everybody's kind of like focused over here, right?
Yeah,
Huh?
the only goblin left is this one running away.
that you see.
Right.
It's true.
He's gonna go over and dash and try to grapple that goblin.
And he's going to grapple him. Okay. Can I have you roll a strength check for me?
I think since I'm a monk, I can use Dex in place of Strength. Correct.
Or a grapple?
Anything that would require a Strength check, you can use a Dex instead. That's like martial arts or whatever.
Let me double check that. I know it is for attacks. You can. Do that.
When you unarmed, yeah. So martial arts, you can use Dex instead of Strength for the attack and damage rolls. You can roll your martial arts as damage die in place of normal damage, and when you take the attack, hold on a sec. Maybe I read it wrong then. I don't know. I thought it was gonna be in
It
place
used
of like
to be a thing. I know that. I don't know if
because
it's
they pretty much tell you to
50.
just dump Strength. Like I don't know, but maybe this means you can't do things like grapple.
Yeah, it used to be a thing in like earlier editions. A grapple monk was a thing.
Yeah. You can use the attack action to make a special melee attack, which is the grapple. That's what I'm seeing for grapple. And then where are you seeing this under?
So it
Or
just
is
counts
this
as an
under-
attack.
Is this under features?
Martial arts is a featured monk feature. I don't know why it's not. doesn't
While
have
you are
any-
unarmed or wielding only monk weapons and you aren't wearing armor or shield, you can use Dex instead of Strength for the attack and damage rolls. Is technically an attack roll, so
Well, grapples to check.
it's a check. Yeah,
It's
it's
a,
not. Yeah, it's an athletics check.
You can if you are being grappled, you can use acrobatics to get out of it.
Yeah, to get out of it, but only the person
Dex.
grappling is athletics.
Mhm.
Okay.
So
Alright,
yeah,
I guess
so just make a athletics check for me, and he's gonna make 12.
All right, fuck it. Oof. 9.
he got a 17. Yeah. So you
Had
moved
fun.
over here. You tried to grapple him, and he just slips right out of your arms as you try to grab him.
All right, and I'll use my bonus attack.
Let's attack him. Okay.
Unarmed strike. That is a. Can't see it. Oh, 25.
That's a hit.
Bonk him.
Bonk him.
6. Damage.
6.
Yep.
How do you want to do it?
Hell yeah. Desmond kind of goes out with a little bit of a hungry look in his eye. He goes to try to like grab him by the shoulders. As he kind of like ducks down, or no, I guess he tries to like make an attack with his sickle first. Kind of like misses, and then as he goes, Desmond goes down. He kind of like grabs him, and he kind of like tries to take him down to the ground. And then as he takes him down to the ground, he kind of like shoves his head into the ground, which like I guess would like knock him out, or essentially, yeah, we call it knock him out. And then he will bite him on the neck.
Okay.
Let's go.
Yep,
He bites him on the neck.
He bites that goblin.
They bleed black.
And they've got like, yeah, it's like a darker, it's not really a red, it's like a more of a purplish, bluish. Not exactly black, but you could probably think it looks blackish if you weren't looking at it closely. But yeah, he is a goner. He's dead.
I'm assuming the rest of us see that Desmond bit a guy.
Yeah, Kikrana for sure.
I
Yeah.
appreciate perception.
I would say. Well, you've got an ass in your face, so probably just not you, Garden.
Desmond kind of like quickly kind of like after he bites, he kind of like brings up his head and he like kind of shakes around, looks a little confused, and he just like looks down at the goblin and he just kind of wipes off his mouth and he's like, I think they are dead.
Sill's gonna like, he'll be at the other goblin over here, and he's gonna go,
Would you like me to grab this one for more food for you later?
as he starts to like pick his hand up and drag him like towards you.
Yeah, Desmond just like ignore him a little bit and put his hood back up over his head. Kind of just like let the body go like limp out of his hands and then walk back over towards the caravan.
Sill
Should
is
get
going
full.
to take a bite to see what it tastes like.
Okay, he's gonna take a bite of the goblin.
Yep.
All right. Yeah. So he still takes a bite out of the goblin. He pulls the arm up, takes a small little bite of it, and it tastes disgusting. It is not good. It is. He doesn't know what rotten tastes like, but it is almost tasting like rotten, with like dirt and probably some fecal matter on there as well. Like it is not it is not great.
He's gonna kind of do like a dog with like peanut butter in his mouth, like, and just be like, nope, that's not for me. And he's just gonna head back to the caravan.
All right.
Garden kind of steps out behind it and whew, whew, and kind of looks a little lightheaded. Whew, it's not good back there. Is everyone okay?
Well, that was violent.
Run.
Sill's gonna
Can
walk
we-
over to Kikrana and just be like, she's,
Thank you for bringing me back up to full capacity.
Oh, you're welcome. Anytime.
and he gives a little bow from his mushroom head.
You guys, after defeating the goblins, you still have this issue of horses in the middle of the way, blocking your path. But you now feel as though all of the any threat at the moment is gone, and you are in a safe environment.
Who do you think those horses belong to? You think they're okay?
They're very dead. They're super dead.
Oh, that's a shame.
Bill looks to Tora and is death funny for you?
No, that was laughing out of character.
Oh,
That wasn't,
okay.
That wasn't.
Oh, like some evil fucking archer or some shit.
No.
He fucking came ahead. He was the one that killed the horses.
It was me all along, James Bond.
Actually,
Goes and like
yeah.
start collecting the blood.
Syl's just gonna take a look at the arrows in Tora's quiver and see if they match.
Okay, so he's gonna look at one of those and then go over to the horses.
Yep. He's just gonna take a look. He's very inquisitive. He's curious.
Make an investigation.
Ooh. That is a 24.
24. Okay. You look at the ones that Tora has, and these are your traditional arrows you would find in any old adventure store, any weapon shop.
Mhm.
You know, they're not finely made, but they're very good. They're very acceptable. You're gonna pay the regular price for them. You look over at the ones in the horses. These are jagged. They're stone instead of metal tipped. The feathers in the back. It looks like these were just put together with whatever someone could find, and someone did a half-ass job with them. Also with looking, you see the first thing you see is there are dozens of footprints on the ground of small creatures, which you can assume to be goblinoids.
Yeah.
And there's also, it looks like there's dragging marks. Like they're carrying large sacks, or maybe possibly a body, or they're dragging something that's going up down this way if you continue to follow it. And the final thing you see is that there is a map case that is right here. The saddles are completely empty. The map case is empty, but the map case marks the initials GR on it.
GR.
Oh shit.
Yeah, you'll see Syl kind of like pick up the map case and he's turning it upside down, knocking his hand on it, kind of just looking inside it, hold it up to the sun.
Garden is gonna walk over as he's picked that up. He goes, "Oh, so do you know what that is?"
I've never seen one before.
And he hands it to Garden for further inspection.
Garden takes it. You said it had GR on it?
Yes, GR.
I'll look at it and go, I think this might have been something for a map. Goes, well, GR.
That's the initials of.
I fucking wrote this down wrong. Gundred?
Gundred Rockseeker, the man we're working for.
Precisely. Do you think this is? Do you think he's okay?
Did we when he left, did we ever see him, or we were just given?
None
know
of
it?
you have seen him face to face. Everything, all communication was either you got it from like a work board posting, it was sent directly, a letter was sent directly to you, or but nothing was.
Would I have gotten a description from kind of my my family's?
Oh, a description of what Gundren looks like.
looks like, yeah.
Yeah, with your
Or like what he does, like who he kind of, not like, I'm sure that we kind of, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you know a little bit about the Rockseeker family. You haven't seen them, before, but you definitely know.
Of them.
Yeah, let's just make a little bit of a history check, just to have some fun and roll some dice.
History. Figure the history. That is a
Funny.
17.
I don't know
Okay.
what you're doing,
Yeah.
but-
So, you're familiar that Gundren is one of 3 brothers,
Okay.
from the Rockseeker clan. What are they? Thun and I gotta find the spelling for it again.
Thundrin, Mundrin, and Gundrin.
Precisely. But yeah, they're of 2 brothers. You know they're definitely big into mining. The whole Rockseeker family comes from miners. Long tradition back to the days of when Phandelver was first created and the Phandelver pack was made. The Rockseekers is one of the original families. So you're well aware that, of their history and how much this area the Rockseekers have made. You would also know that from descriptions from your family that he's kind of the more fit for a dwarf, you can say. He's not as round-bellied as his brothers. And he's more the adventuring type. He's the oldest of the 3. He's got darker brown hair with a small bald spot on top, but it's long and down here. And he's been known as a kind-hearted guy in your family. So that's what you pretty much know about the Rockseekers. I'm still looking for the name because I can't find where I wrote it down. But I will find the names soon.
I would say, do you think he's been killed? I don't see any bodies.
Well, during my investigation, I did find these tracks.
And he goes down to one knee and kind of like scrapes his finger on the ground and shows you where this possible bag or body or something could have been dragged and points you in the direction.
Yeah, and you can see from the way it's dragging, it's kind of dragging on the other side of this ledge. It's following
Down this
this. Nope, up this way. It's following the ledge up
Oh,
this
this
way.
way.
Kind of the direction of where that goblin was starting to flee.
Gotcha.
Away from the road? Does
Yeah,
the road
away from the
continue?
road. The road continues this way, but the ledge continues here and then starts to curve around into the woods.
Shall
And
we?
yeah, you still see the body marks this whole direction, and you see footprints, those same goblin footprints. With that investigation check, you'd be able to see it all the way over there. It almost looks like it's a path that the goblins traverse on a somewhat regular basis.
Desmond's at back over here at the caravan. He went back into his bag and just kind of found like another kind of like cloth and kind of cleaned himself up a little bit.
Mhm.
And after he did that, he went back over to where the ledge was, and he's gonna walk back up the wall and check out the other side of that rock that he didn't get to see.
What does that spider crawl look like? Was he like sprawled out on the wall or? How's that?
So, I from Garrett and I were going over this for a little while.
He
Like
uses
Spider-Man type shit?
he
Did you get any
uses
more
his hands
context?
and feet. Yeah, he has to use his hands and feet for this.
Okay. Yeah. So for right now, yeah. So I can't. He kind of just like kind of. It looks like he's scaling it, but it barely looks like he's even like putting any effort into it.
He doesn't need handholds or anything. He just kind of like
No.
attaches to the wall.
Yeah, so while you're up there, roll perception check. Well, it's actually pretty simple to see. It's just this ledge only goes back about another 50 feet or so, and then it's a complete circle, awkward looking circle. So the ledge actually stops 50 feet back, pretty much right almost where you picked it up. if you kept going a little further, another 10, 15 feet, it started to curve and just form a circle.
Okay. So from here, can I just do a perception check down by like the horses and like the like in the trees, like where they were, and then just I guess down the path over here too. Just kind of do like a little like 180.
Yeah, you can see easily enough that here are the horses and everything. As Syl pointed out, as Syl pointed out, the trail here follows the ledge and continues down. It does get a little thicker, more of a forest as you start to follow the ledge, but that's where it looks like that trail's leading, and the trail just continues. This actual road continues on eastward, while the tracks kind of go in a northeast direction.
How busy is this trail usually? Is it like, are there like recent tracks, or is it like
This one or this one up here?
the one we're on, the one we were following?
Oh, this one.
Yeah.
It's pretty. It's not like the high road. Like people are
Right.
using the high road every single day. This one does get some use from time to time. Phandelver's a somewhat new community, so trade has just started going back and forth, but it's much smaller wagons that are one or two compared to caravans that are going up the high road.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I'm gonna take the map pack and like kind of strap it to my back a little bit.
Okay.
Might be useful later. Do you think we should leave our cart and see if we can find our
I'm here to
Right.
protect the cart. I must stay with the cart.
well, but we can. All
He's
right.
gonna start
Well,
walking back.
well, we can maybe. How do we change this? How do we change this programming again?
Are we aware that like
Uh,
Syl is a warforged? Like we know that he's like a robot type character.
Was anybody in Neverwinter? Has anybody seen the posters?
Everyone was at Neverwinter for
For a
some.
little bit. Yeah.
Yeah, maybe not a lot of time, but they were in there. Because
The
that's where
the
everyone
poster
met
would
up
have
at the wagon.
changed. The poster would have changed after the transaction. So if it would not be the same. You would not see Syl's advertisement if.
Yeah. I mean, you guys have spent a couple days with Syl. You definitely know that he's
Robot.
organic based in the form of like mushrooms and metal. Like he's definitely like alive, but you don't know what he's called because unless he told you. But you know he's some like living type of a bunch of materials that's not supposed to be alive is alive. It's kind of
okay.
it's kind of freaky, honestly.
Okay.
You've never nobody here has seen anything. Garden
Or
might have
band-
seen something kind of close, but maybe not anything that lifelike.
Or a band of freaks.
Yeah,
I'm
more or
gonna
less.
assume-
Yeah.
I'm gonna assume that he's like a full automaton kind of thing. I'm used to more things that take commands.
Yeah.
And so I just kind of am like, no, this way. I'm just trying to like command him like I would another type of creation that I've seen a lot.
He's just gonna kind of like, as he's walking, he's not gonna turn around, turn his head or anything. We're just gonna say,
My master would not be happy if we left the cart unattended.
he's gonna head back to the cart. As he approaches the cart, he's gonna walk up to Tora. He's just gonna go,
Your tactics need to be revised. Putting us in danger would not make my master happy.
Cool. Either way, we need to move those horses. We need to move those horses to move forward. I saw you guys talking over there. What was it about, if you don't mind me asking?
He's gonna go into explaining about Gundred's initials on the map, and these could possibly be his horses.
I shall supervise from here.
He's gonna go stand on top of the cart. Right here.
Garden, seeing himself alone, is gonna quickly follow Syl.
Where was you guys? Were like
Behind.
right over. Okay.
Okay. Well,
Yeah, I mean, it's
Come
midday
back
for
in.
you guys.
He goes, well, I don't know. We could try to just push them out of the way, but that would take all. I'm assuming that would take all of us.
I mean, we're the only ones here, so we're gonna have to push the horses or move them somehow. Otherwise,
Well-
we can't move forward.
If anybody has rope and can steer an ox, you could pull them.
Desmond's gonna go down here and just kind of investigate the trail.
Garden's gonna pull out some rope and start. I'm assuming these oxen are tied up to the cart.
Yeah,
With
they're,
stealth.
Does
they're
anybody know?
With stealth,
roll a
by the
stealth
way.
check for me, Desmond. Okay, tying up to the oxen or to the horses first?
To the horses.
Okay, to the horses. We'll just say you move the cart farther, closer.
How many arrows are in the horses? Total?
There's about anywhere between 5 to 8, so maybe in each one. So yeah. So
Okay.
10 to 13 total. Something
Okay.
like that.
I'm just gonna take all 13 arrows.
Okay, these
Really shitty.
you would not be able to reuse these ones. These are some of them are broken, some of them are. I mean, you can use maybe 2 of them, but most of them are pretty bad and kind of like a one-time use.
Then I'll take 2 of them.
Okay.
If we
So-
move one of these horses out of the way, would we be able to get past, or do we have to move both of them?
Yeah, you might need a. You could if you move one full body out of the way, you'd have just enough room to squeak by.
Okay. I'm gonna help Garden move the horses.
Okay. And then Desmond, you're just kind of following that trail a little bit.
Yeah, just a little bit, just to peek down
Okay.
there.
All right, we'll kind of. I'll say, Tora, can you pick him? And I'll try and slide the rope underneath the horse's neck and try to just like grab it and drag it by the neck.
Oh, jeez.
Jesus.
Yeah.
I mean,
Alright.
it can't pick up like the middle.
Yeah,
That's
the
like
torso.
the heaviest
Yeah,
part.
no,
of the
you're
horse.
Yeah.
right.
I'll help him.
All right. So you guys are tying off that horse.
Mhm.
Desmond, what you see is it just it gets a little more overgrown as you're going up that way, but you still see those same tracks. The goblin tracks are there, and what looks like 2 bodies being carried or dragged through this. And they're not super fresh, but maybe been a day or so before. But they just continue on. You don't see any signs of more goblins hiding out or trees moving or anything like that.
All right, I'll probably go up like another 30 feet just to see if I can see anything else.
Okay. It's still like a trail. It seems like the goblins kind of leave some of the ferns in the way, so it's kind of a little hidden, but yeah, it's easy enough to follow their marks.
Okay. If it just keeps going, I'm not gonna just abandon the party, so he'll go back.
Okay.
All right.
Go back up just through here.
I guess we assumed we'd moved the horse by the time he gets back.
Yeah, if they
Yep,
have it, I would try to help
so-
them.
Do that, and who's moving the oxen to pull this horse out of the way?
Are we using that? I thought we were pulling it out by hand.
Still have
Yeah.
suggested using the oxen to make it quicker, but
Yeah, I thought we were moving I thought we were moving the oxen. Yeah,
Okay.
Okay.
untying him. I am not.
Who's
Yeah, I
ever
would-
make
I would
who's
not
ever
do that
controlling
either.
the oxen, make a animal handling check for me.
I would be tying the knot. Very intricate and overly intricate knot on the.
Would this be considered a land vehicle at all?
Yeah. So it's a
Okay.
land vehicle.
Okay. I'll thing the oxen then. I don't know unless Scylla's gonna do it.
No, absolutely not. He was just giving ideas. He's just sitting on top of the cart, like being a sentry.
Okay, yeah. So then I'll do the oxen.
Okay.
What am I rolling? Animal handling.
Mhm.
I'll be right back.
Okay. Okay, so
Oh, and if you want the
Well,
go ahead. Sorry. 20.
20. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Plus, I get to roll. Since it's a land vehicle, I get to roll a d4, but I don't think it matters in this case.
Yeah, I mean, this is easy enough. The oxen, they'll this isn't something they usually do, but they're taken to your commands and easily slide that horse out of the way for you guys.
Okay.
Also, I got the two Rockseeker brothers' names if you guys want them. They're Nundro, Nundro, is the middle brother, and Tharden, Tharden.
He farted.
Is
Only Garden knows these
is the
names,
youngest.
right?
Yeah. So
Okay.
it's up to him if he wanted to share that information with everyone.
Yep.
I'm watching the knot and like taking notes in a little notebook as it's pooling.
Okay. So yeah, after about an hour or two, probably an
strength.
hour,
Oh,
you guys.
Could be better tied. Could
If we're
have
taking
a-
time, I wanted to do.
Oh yeah.
I wanted to work. Sill's gonna be on top of the cart, but you're just gonna see him kind of like doing things with his hands, and he's gonna be doing a ritual.
Okay.
Ritual on top of the cart.
Okay.
After an hour and 10 minutes, it'll be complete.
Yeah, I should have had you roll for a just do a straight dex for me.
An hour and 10 minutes?
Yeah,
Okay.
if that's how long this whole. You said 2 hours, right? This is taking us to do.
It's taking about an hour maybe to tie the
Oh.
knots, all the like through everything.
Okay.
Yeah. What was the? Yeah, I should have had you roll a dex for me. Garden for the knots.
For the knot.
Oh, yeah, sure.
Just straight dex.
Straight decks. Okay. All right. As 18.
18. Okay. Yeah. So as Tora is having the oxen pull those horses back, the rope stays taut, stays on it. Nothing happens. Nice sturdy knots, and one of the horses is dragged out of the way, freeing up your way to move on forward.
Strength good. Intricacy mediocre.
So,
Okay.
I hear there's a guy. Jordan?
Gundren.
Gundren. Syl had
Do
let
the-
me. Syl had let me know. So, do we follow the tracks and go along, ignoring our new counterpart named Gundren, or do we just continue on with where we are going?
I'm pretty sure Gundren's the one that's paying us when we get there. So
Well,
if we want to get paid,
we
I think we need to go forward.
go
Am I hearing this too?
go forward to find them, or go forward along the path.
You probably come back.
This
by
is out of character. I wasn't sure which one you meant.
Go forward to find him.
Okay. Well then, well, we definitely have to get paid, so Gundren it is.
There are more enemies Yes. We
Okay.
must find them.
What'd you say, bro? Desmond?
Said, if there are more enemies, we should find them.
It's very on brand that Desmond's hard to hear.
Yeah.
What?
Like Desmond. I like Desmond. I get that you're the broody type, but come on now.
I need to enunciate.
Enunciate, please.
Hey, man, you don't know what he's been through.
You just don't understand.
He's got like
Mood.
All right. So, did you guys want to
Oh shit.
continue on the Triborough Trail, or are you following this other trail?
Is there any way we could kind of like park the oxen off to the side a little bit?
Harvard Yard.
Yeah, there's there's room over here and a little bit further down the trail as well. There's spots where you can pull off easily enough. And
All right. So then let's
there's room
hide.
for it.
Let's hide the ox. I mean, it's gonna be tough, but as best we can, keep them to the side to avoid any blockage or maybe people in the future taking them. Let's go find our man.
I will tie him up.
Okay,
Yeah.
easily enough. So we take the ox, tie him up.
As we're kind of tying them up, do you think that'll be the hour and 10?
Yeah. After all of this and deciding that, which way to go, your ritual's good.
So you'll see Sil kind of on top of the cart. He's just hyper fixated on this little brass bowl that he's pulled out, and a little poof of smoke and fire come out of it. And after the fire kind of settles, a small little bat flies out of it and lands on his shoulder.
My cousin.
Like a bat?
Yeah, a little bat. He has
My cousin.
cast Find Familiar.
And so that takes.
It's a little spirit that takes form of an animal.
Yep. Does Sil have money?
It's only the like 10 gold worth of charcoal and incense, though, right? And
Yeah.
herbs.
But you still have to buy that.
You have to buy that first.
Mhm.
Okay,
Before you can
never
cast
mind
that one.
then.
Wait,
He does not
we
do a
loot the goblin.
ritual.
Sorry.
He does not get a bat.
No one has looked at the
Sad.
goblins.
Well, could you say his dad had given him some money prior to?
I'll say you had enough one-time use for it.
Okay.
So, you have a bat familiar for the first time of use.
Do the goblins have any money on them?
I
These
think the goblins.
goblins.
Yeah.
Why
Check
don't
them
you
all,
guys
check
make
them
an
all.
investigation check?
Whoever's investigating them, as you're investigating, you're gonna see the bat come over and bite the same one that Desmond bit.
13.
15 out of 20. Okay.
Yeah.
Rummaging through the pockets. No, these goblins don't have anything worth of value on them. Their weapons are pretty shoddy for the most part. Being that they're the ambush ones, they probably don't hold valuables here. The things you do notice about them is that these goblins, Desmond, you notice this for your infatuation with fangs, is that these goblins have very sharp teeth, unnaturally sharp. Almost like they filed them down themselves.
Oh. Were they
and-
inconsistent?
What's that?
Are some like sharper than others? between
Oh,
them?
yeah, it's jagged. It is just a mouth of horrors in there. But they are sharper than, you guys, most of you have seen goblins or seen pictures of them. They have kind of sharp teeth, but these ones are like sharp,
Very right.
jagged. Like, shark teeth almost. And you also notice they have like red face paint on them, different markings. Some have just like a handprint put on them that's red, or some like put some lines over it. Kind of, they all have their own style that they put to it, but that's what you notice.
No type like. Okay, never mind.
You can ask.
I was gonna say uniformity between them. Other than that, like they look like they came from the same place.
Yeah, I mean they're they look like they're from goblins don't really like share. They don't have like symbols or anything like that, but it looks like they were working together and that red paint. Make a straight intelligence check for me.
Well, you don't think I'm smart enough to get it?
Oh, I don't know how well versed you are in goblins.
Not either. Okay. That's a 4.
4. I don't know. These goblins must have just gotten to some paint or something and just had a party or something. But
Yeah, parties are
you've
fun.
never seen goblins with paint on them before. But yeah, that's pretty much it. All right. So with the wagon off to the side, tied up,
As
horse
can I
out
just
of the
take-
way. Yep.
Sorry, can I just take 1 minute as we're tying up the ox and everything, and I'm going to cast alarm on them. So with a 20-foot cube is just going to mentally alert me within a mile radius if anything enters the area.
Yep. It is. I believe with ritual, it's actually 10 minutes.
This is casting times 1, but
Yeah, because just like your ritual for Find Familiar was an hour, that 10 that's added to it is the ritual one. I don't know why that's not there, but it should be 10 minutes. I'll double check that, but I know doing a ritual adds more time to doing it.
well, I just so I could do that instead of casting. I could do ritual instead of casting.
Yeah, so doing it as a ritual, it doesn't
Oh, I
take a spell
see.
slot,
Oh,
but it takes more time to do it. It might just be a minute though.
is there's no concentration on ritual, I guess.
Yeah, because if you do it with casting it,
It's gonna take my spell slot.
Mhm. Yeah, it'll take a spell slot, but it's plus 10 minutes, and that's as a ritual.
Well, I think it's still worth it if it takes 11 minutes over.
Talk to the party.
Yeah, so Sill's just gonna, as you guys are kind of like about to leave, he's just gonna be like,
I need to take 1 minute to make sure the cart will not be disturbed. I am casting a triple arm.
What is a triple arm?
This ritual will only take about 11 minutes.
he looks kind of like towards the sun, assuming he can kind of tell by the time of the sun. And after Tor asks that, he'll just say,
A mental alarm will alert me. It'll even wake me in my sleep. If any enemies pass.
Works for me.
So you guys wait for the 10 minutes, and it takes Sill to put out these wires around the wagon.
Does it look like only one body? I mean, there's 2 horses, but does it look like only one body was dragged or multiple bodies?
2 bodies. That's what you guys can
2
tell
bodies
from that.
are dragged.
Yeah, from that investigation.
Okay,
check you
is one body? Are they both the same size? Are they different? Like, are the track
Yeah, I
marks
mean-
different or?
You rolled pretty high. One, track marks. It's hard to tell. You can't tell like
Yeah.
height or anything from
No.
them, but you can see that one is definitely stockier than the other.
Okay.
But both roughly around the same, medium-sized creatures or people or whatever.
Okay.
also just side note, while Sill's doing that, he's just gonna make sure that he's gonna make sure birds and insects and just basic wildlife isn't gonna set off the alarm. So you have to designate things that won't set it off.
Okay, yeah. So no beasts.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. So your 10 minutes are good, and the alarm spell is set.
All right. I am ready to move. Sill is mobile.
All right.
All right, so you guys are going down the trail.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. As you guys walk into the forest, I don't know if anybody needs a break, or we're pretty much, what is it?
10 o'clock
Sorry,
for
I'm
us.
on West Coast. 7:30.
Yeah, I gotta
is what we're
I gotta
going
get going pretty soon.
That's where we'll call.
Okay, then we can call it right there for the first night.
Woo!
Hell yeah.
Okay.
Kevin, you're muted.
Yeah, it's a good start.
Yeah, a little shaky at first, but there's definitely a few
You're
things I
fine.
need to.
Good, great.
Yeah, no,
I
it's
didn't see
cool at
anything
all.
shaky. Nothing
Okay,
shaky.
well that's good that you guys didn't notice it, but
Yeah,
I'm
you're just in
hard
the
on myself.
background sweating. You're
Yeah, I'm
fine.
just like roll these dice and do this and.
How many monitors do you have? Just one or two?
Well, I've got one big one, but it's split into
Ah, okay.
a bunch of different ways right now. Yeah, you guys caught that a little earlier than I wanted to, but
Caught what? Other tracks?
those the goblins hiding out there, but
Ah.
it's a good
We've
it's a
learned.
good, yes.
We're
I mean,
definitely, it's a lot smoother. We've definitely learned, yeah.
I was trying
Yeah,
not to
right.
show the map, but I figured the map just made it easier to talk about it.
Hmm.
So
If we were that close to them, though, I mean, why wouldn't we? But I guess I know what you mean, because the map gives away that there's something there.
yeah, like a map is pretty much like,
Right,
hey,
yeah.
Battle map.
yeah, that's why
It's
they're
just
called
a
that.
land.
We could have talked him down. I blame Desi.
And Desi was over there just slaughtering them all.
Hey, he's got to eat.
Always got to eat.
Getting hungry.
Been a few days on the road. I wouldn't, if it was day one, I wouldn't have done it. But since we'd already been on there for a few days,
Yeah.
Yo, well,
Cool.
Interesting characters. Dynamic's going to be
Yeah.
very interesting.
We're actually
Definitely
like,
like the characters. Need to see how they're gonna mesh
Yeah,
together a little more.
yeah, this is not a traditional party.
No, it's not.
This is not Lord of the Rings.
This is far from it.
Yeah,
It's like a
that's D&D.
Tolkien like fever dream.
Kevin, what classes here is
Oh.
garden?
Artificer.
Ah, very cool.
Mhm.
It's like that's interesting.
Yeah, it's gonna be fun.
Yeah, it's confusing as shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like all the little like tinker toys and shit that he's got. It's cool.
Be right back.
That's just the beginning of it.
Hello, thank you for watching the stream. We're here every Sunday from 7:30 to about 10:30 o'clock. So this is Eastern time, so feel free to come back and watch again. Have a good night.